Welcome to the Prop Market. I'm your host, the Prop King, and today I have my NCAA Final Four picks. Absolutely made it for April 4th, 2026. We have made it to the Final Four. Those of you that know, college basketball is my niche. I really kill it in college basketball every single season. When I was giving out free picks and hammer plays, we were all cashing out. Then I decided to go to the premium. And those of you in my premium know what I've been doing in there with the college basketball picks. It has been on point, and I have two player props already in the premium. For those of you that are not in the premium, get into my hammer play premium. It's only $25 for 3 months. It's insane value. It's the price of, two cheeseburgers at most, and it's going to pay for itself in less than a couple days. Also, if you're not in the premium, I do give free picks for the NBA regularly. Slide over, I already have an NBA show that should be coming out very soon. And already came out. And I also have a show that I have, How to Win on Prize Picks. One of the best shows I've ever made. It's absolute insane value in there. Took me a week and a half to post to make the show, basically add all the information. I spent a lot of time in that show, on that show. It is, proof of work of how much effort it takes to actually make something quality. The picks that we give out daily on here, it's usually a very limited of time pick. So you only got about 20 hours. It's just, you're strolling through 50 free pick shows, but on this show, there's some really good information that you can hold on to forever. It's a timeless type of show. So go ahead and check it out. I will put it in the comment section as well. But go check it out. How to win on Prize Picks, basically. And then if you don't have Prize Picks, it's okay. If you have Underdog, whatever you have, go ahead and try to subscribe to that. With that being said, let's get to these picks. Two player props and one best bet for the Final Four in Indianapolis. I don't want to waste too much of your time. Let's get to it. First pick, Yaxel Lindenberg of Michigan. PRA season average 25, PRA projection 26. Yaxel has a tendency to not have high volume as far as it's shooting the ball. Only took over 15 shot attempts one time this season, and that was actually in his last game. So this guy's a guy that gets gun shy sometimes, likes to get others involved. Um, I'm not sure if this is something he's going to do in this game, but he has shown a tendency to kind of defer and not really try to be the guy. And this is the biggest stage, so I'm expecting him to do, just that here. Um, Always takes on the other team's best player. So he guards the other team's best player on defense, which takes him away from rebounding opportunities. Also tires you out after a while. So he'll probably be chasing around either Burries or Jaden Bradley. So, he's not an elite defender in my opinion. So he's going to be out there on the perimeter guarding these guys. And Arizona is a very good defensive team. They have held, everyone in the tournament down defensively. So I expect the same type of game for them. Yaxel also could get into foul trouble. He's an aggressive defensive player. I do like his under 28 PRA for Yaxel Lindenberg. Solo ball here. Going back to the well here. We placed a couple bets on him the last couple weeks and he barely went over. And I think he does so again. Key point, he'll play over 30 minutes. Yes, the guy doesn't, have a bunch of PRA, but he's going to play 30 minutes. Played better at the end of the game last game. But to be honest, he didn't have a good game. He still cashed the line going 0 for 5 from 3 and 3 or 11 from the field at 27%. So he didn't play well, still managed to still get his 30 minutes. And despite playing horrible cash this line, Illinois is a team that allows a bunch of threes and not just contested threes, wide open threes. Solo Ball has to have his bounce back game at some point. He is coming into the season their best player. He was their best player coming into the season. 0 of 5 is not acceptable for a good three-point shooter. Yes, he's been bad, but I think he does a lot better here. The line, once again, is disrespectful, a little too low, especially if we check out his season average. Go ahead and give me the over 13.5 PRA for solo ball. Now for our best bet for the for the Final Four. I'm sorry. A lot of people feel like this is the national championship game. I don't, however. Michigan versus Arizona should be a very exciting game. I have this game, going back and forth, being very competitive, but the thing that I want to talk about specifically is the total. It's a high total. Teams do play with decent pace, but here's the thing. They're playing at Lucas Oil Stadium. If you know anything about that place, that is where the Indianapolis Colts play. And I will say this to you, for someone that's ever shot in a huge arena, it is very hard to do. There is very hard to get your sight lines together for you to kind of like manage depth perception. So you're shooting in a football arena, a football stadium, and on top of that, the floor will probably be elevated, which is makes it a little more difficult. It's just not a good place to shoot if you're not used to shooting in those type of places. And I don't think either team has had a lot of experience here. So elevated courts, not good sight for the shots. And Arizona also has held six teams in the top 10 under 69 points. So they six straight games under 69 for top 10 offenses, and that's where Michigan is. So Arizona has shown really good defensive prowess. Both teams will slow it down a little bit as the game is closer. The reason why these teams are playing at breakneck speed is because the other team just can't stop them. I look for both teams to get back in transition, force both teams to try to score in the half court. I think that's something both of them are talking about defensively. And as I mentioned, just shots not falling because of nerves and playing in a football stadium. So with that being said, I like the under 157.5 for the Michigan versus Arizona game. As I mentioned, I have my hammer plays in the premium. Two hammer plays, $25 for 3 months. The price of a couple burgers, man, and maybe a fry. I don't know if you can even get fries anymore for $25. And there's some burgers and fries, I'm not sure. Leave a comment. Of course, I do appreciate the comment section. Hit the like button and then subscribe to my channel. We've been doing really good with subscribers, and I do appreciate all the new subscribers that are coming along. And in my premium, as I said, if it's not my premium, get in somebody's premium and make sure you watch that show, How to Make Money on Prize Picks. It is absolute gem for you. Anyone that's making picks needs to watch that show in its entirety. With that being said, keep what you like, leave what you don't, and let's cash.